It's Sunday afternoon at Gamer Sanctuary. We've been talking about the new Eldar codex for about a week since we did our Baby Apocalypse in Mike's garage, and today is the day we debut it. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to play 2 games today. We're going to record 2 videos. So the first one is going to be me and Oscar. Oscar's got some new Ork toys he wants to play with, and I'm going to break out a lot of Eldar stuff that I have not used in a long time. So lots of aspect warriors, kind of just a mishmash of everything. No real tactics, just like I said, stuff that I had sitting in my box that I haven't touched in a long while. Big game, 2,000 points. We're going to play this one, and then the next one, Adam and I are actually going to do a rematch of our previous game. He's going to bring the exact same Tau Force at 1850, and I'm going to bring 1850 of the new Spirit Host. I'm going to use the new formation for that as well. So we'll see how different my list looks with this new codex, with all the restrictions from that formation. So on to game 1. Alright, here are my 2,000 points of brand new Eldar codex goodness. My Warlord is going to be Azurban for today, 220 points. Knowing Oscar is going to take Gazgal, so I need someone to go up against him. That and his rules are pretty good. He's going to be with 10 Dire Avengers, Exarch with Dire Sword. They are in a Wave Serpent with Scatter Lasers and a Shuriken Cannon. I have 5 Rangers as well. They're going to be infiltrating in. I have 5 jet bikes. Now I don't own more than 5 jet bikes, so if I want to play the crazy new Warhost formation, I have to buy a lot more of something. So I'll probably end up getting 4 more of them just to do the minimum units of 3. I have 1 with a Shuriken Cannon. That's it. There's a Warlock with a Singing Spear and a Farseer with a Singing Spear as well. Onto some elite choices. 10 Striking Scorpions with Exarch with the Scorpion Claw. They are in a Wave Serpent with a Bright Lance and Shuriken Cannon. 5 Fire Dragons, Exarch with Fire Pike, also in a Wave Serpent with Bright Lances and Shuriken Cannons. Fast attack choices, I have 5 Warp Spiders. Exarch has Power Blades. Over here though, you've seen me use the War Walkers, but I've never brought all 5 of them at once. I have 2 in 1 squadron with double Scatter Lasers, and 3 with Shuriken Cannon and Missile Launchers. I'm not sure how I'm going to deploy them yet. And then in the back I have a Night Spinner. 2,000 points right there. Okay, like I said, Oscar has some new toys he wants to play with today. He's going to be using the Gazgal Codex, but he's actually using the Ork Horde Detachment. So he basically just so he can get the war gear from the Gazgal Codex. Anyway, he's got Gazgal, of course, sitting right there, with his 4 Mega Knob buddies. All of them have Combi Scorches. They are riding in a battle wagon with reinforced ram, 4 big shooters, and a kill cannon. Grot riggers on all the vehicles, boarding planks on all the vehicles because they're awesome. He also has a Pain Boy and a mech. That's the reason why Oscar took the Ork Horde Detachment, so he can get 3 HQ choices. Gazgal, the Lord of War, don't forget. But he's got a Pain Boy here. He also has Captain Badruck and his new Flash Gits buddies. 5 of them are going to be riding in a truck with Wrecking Ball, boarding planks, grot riggers. There is a big mech in here as well. This is a big mech. He has the Super Custom Force Field, Power Claw, and a Custom Mega Blasta. There's a regular mech in here as well as I think, I don't know if I mentioned the one with Gazgal. So there are 2 mechs, Big Mech, Pain Boy, Badruck, Gazgal. Lots of characters on the board for Oscar. His 3 troop choices, he's got 10 Gretchen with the Runt Herd, 35 points. Even if they score a single point on the objectives, they're worth it. 2 Mobs of Boys with Choppas. They've got Knob with Power Claw and Boss Pole, and 1 big shooter in each. And they're going to be riding in Looty Wagons with Kill Cannons and 2 big shooters. He has 5 Def Copters with rockets, and a Daka Jet with the upgrade of the extra cannon, and a Fly Boss. There's Oscar's 2,000 points. Alright, here we are with a shot of the table. This is a set of Infinity terrain that the store here purchased a long time ago and put together, but had been sitting in a box for a very long time. So I just took it home 1 week, painted it all up. So now we have an awesome Infinity setup table. But cool terrain is cool terrain, and I think it looks great with 40k as well. We're playing some special rules with it though. Each of this building sections has an armor value of 12. The bigger pieces have 3 hull points. These smaller ones have 2. They can be wrecked. And when they are wrecked, we will just remove them from play. We'll leave like the roof down to show that it's difficult and dangerous terrain. No movement penalties going across it unless there's some of the terrain pieces on top. And same thing for inside the building. So we're playing in kind of like open ground that's blocking with the walls. It'll work. Trust me, it'll work. But here we have our setup. With Azurban, I got D3 Warlord traits. So I got 2. I got the one that allows me to scout D3 units. I only got one, but I had a bunch of units with scout or infiltrate anyway, so that's why my deployment looks so wonky. Warwalkers started up here, and of course they have scouts, so they move forward a little bit. My warp spiders are tucked underneath here because there's an objective right in that building right there. We're playing the tactical escalation mission, by the way. We're both using the Orks and Eldar decks, respectively. Dire Avengers right there in that wave serpent. That one has fire dragons, night spinners back here. The jet bikes are the unit I gave scout to, so they started back in the woods and then scouted forward. That's the striking scorpions wave serpent. It gets infiltrate thanks to being with the scorpions, and the rangers are right there as well in the woods for some cover. Oscar has his battle wagon and truck over here, so he's got all his firepower on this side in the transports, but he's got his 2 looted wagons over there to start shooting stuff pretty soon. He has, we kept the lid off just so we could show his Gretchen hiding in the building here and holding an objective. I got a feeling they're going to be important. That's why I'm going to try to shoot him down as fast as I can. And that's it. He's got his Defcopters and Dakajet in reserve. I have my Scatter Laser Warwalkers outflanking as well. And that's it. We're going to move into turn 1. I have the first turn unless Oscar wants to seize. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat with this codex is that with all the ways to get scout and outflank, Eldar can get in your face really fast. So what I did was I had my Wave Serpent with the right here with the Bright Lances and the Scorpions moved up, turned around, they jumped out. I forgot I had battle focus with them. I could have shot at the Gretchen in the building, but never mind, they're just Gretchen. Some of them ran inside, they're getting ready to get over there next turn. The Wave Serpent itself, just turbo boosted back here. This one, Bright Lanced the truck over here, and he made his cover save. I tried to Eldritch Storm the battle wagon. I did knock a hull point off it. I also doomed it, but that didn't come into play at all. I managed to just take a hull point off the battle wagon. I stunned the truck, which is good. I shook this looted wagon with a shot from the Night Spinner, an indirect shot. I've taken the roofs off the building so you can kind of see inside. The warp spiders warp jumped from that building into this one, ran forward, shot at the Gretchen, and then jumped back. They only killed a couple. They went to ground, made the leadership check, though. They're okay. And that's about it. I didn't do a whole lot. I took a hull point off of 3 of the vehicles, killed 3 Gretchen, and getting ready next turn to do some nastiness. But that's all I got. So we're going to move into top of turn 1 for Oscar. I did forget to mention that my objective that I drew this turn was secure objective 5, which is sitting right over there, so there's not much of a chance of me getting it. I suppose I could have just gone flat out with the jet bikes, just zoomed them as fast as I can to get over there because they're troops in a CAD list, so they do have objectives secured, but it wasn't going to happen. So we're going to move into bottom of 1. Bottom of turn 1, Oscar's shooting wasn't really all that great. He did take out one of the Warwalkers with the snaz guns from the flash kits. And let's see, what else did he do? That was about it, really. Oh, he killed like 1 ranger, or one of my pathfinders, and then killed a jet bike with some shooting. But he was close enough to get the assault off with his mega knobs and the battle wagon. It rolled around the corner. They jumped out and just obliterated the bikes. I did a couple wounds, but Oscar made some good feel no pain rolls. And then over here, those boys who were jumping out of the truck that was stunned, or shaken, excuse me, they came around the corner and charged that Wave Serpent, surrounded it, and blew it up. So it is wrecked. The bikes are gone. Oscar got first blood for the Wave Serpent, and he drew Witch Hunter as his objective, so he killed the Warlock in a challenge with Gazgul, and then got that objective too. So moving into turn 2, let's see if I can get my Warwalkers on the table, and I can make something happen with some objectives that are actually scoreable. Top of turn 2, my Warwalkers did not come in, and I could have used their help. Fire Dragons jumped out of their transport after it moved up 6. They ran to get in range of the looted wagon, which got a hull point back from It Will Not Die. So did the truck. I only glanced at it twice with 5 Melta shots. It was terrible. I failed to pen that one with my Bright Lances and Shuriken Cannon, so there are 2 looted wagons that are staring down my boys over here, getting ready to drop some pie plates on them. Ugly. I shot. The Dire Avengers jumped out of their Wave Serpent and shot in, so did the Warp Spiders. I managed to kill one Mega Knob, kill the Pain Boy, which is nice, and drop 2 wounds on others, but they made their leadership check and they're okay. Over here, Scorpions turned around and charged these guys, killed them in close combat. I killed, one of them was shooting from the snipers, and then I killed 6 more in combat, dropping them to leadership 2. to make their test, and they failed, which gave me a victory point for psychological warfare, which I needed. Oh, I dropped the Night Spinner template on the Mega Knobs as well. My Wave Serpent over there went flat out and tried to get that objective, but I'm not close enough. I'm a little more than 3 inches away from it because it is a troop transport in a combined arms attachment. It has objective secured, so I was hoping to be able to snake it, but I failed. So now we're going to move into Warp Spiders jumped way the heck over there. They're kind of making an end run as well. We're going to move into bottom of 2, and Oscar's going to roll to see if his flyers and his flyer and his what do they call it? Defcopters come in. All right, things went from bad to worse for me in this round. Oscar drew Blood and Guts, so he wanted to try to kill 3 units in close combat to get himself D3 points. He charged his Mega Knobs into Azurman and his boys. After shooting a whole bunch of them down, I took a wound on Azurman and lost 5 of the Avengers thanks to the Battle Wagon. They did charge in. Ghazghkull issued a challenge. Azurman accepted it, did a wound to Ghazghkull. Oscar rolls an 8 on his leadership check, so he did not insta-kill him. But Gaz swung back, hit me 3 times, I think he said, and then wounded me twice. And I failed both my 3-up invulns in my challenge. So Ghazghkull killed Azurman in a challenge. The Mega Knobs killed another 3 of the Dire Avengers, but I rolled a 3, so they are still in the fight. They're going to be all plucky like that. The Snazgun armed Flash Gits jumped out and shot at and then charged the Wave Serpent and wrecked it. Over here, the Looted Wagons shot at the one at the Fire Dragons, killed a couple of them, and the other at the Scorpions, killed a couple of them. The boys jumped out and charged the Fire Dragons and the Wave Serpent. I forgot they'd lose their Furious Charge when they multi-assault, so I kind of gave Oscar some bad advice there. But they did kill the Fire Dragons with the Power Claw. It was just the Exarch left. So the Fire Dragons died in combat. So the Fire Dragons, there's 1. Wave Serpent was 2. Azurman is 3. He got his D3 points, rolled a 2. Got Warlord that turn, so he has 3 points for that. So that Oscar is now up to 5 points to my 1. 5 to 1. Turn 3 coming up. My turn, I got a little bit of ground back. I drew the Guardians of the Hidden Path objective, which then I rolled for this one, which says I had to clear all the Orks out of 12 inches away from here, and I managed to Bright Lance and Shuriken Cannon this one to death. I wrecked the other one with the Warwalkers coming in from reserve, and the Scorpions, actually the snipers and the shots from the Scorpions killed enough of the boys to make them flee, and then I ran them down so that they're destroyed. So I managed to grab my 1 point from that, but that's really all I did. So I mean, I gained some ground, and that's it's good, but I still got a long way to go because I only have two points now. To Oscars, what we say you have? 5?
5.
Yeah, and bottom of 3 is still coming up. I did wipe out almost all of the Flash Gits though. I have my Warp Spider Exarch in a challenge with the captain, and then Badruck is kind of chewing his way through the rest of the squad. I jumped them over here to try to grab objective 5, but we're still contesting it. I did wreck the truck. Because those guys were all clustered up like that, it was a perfect target for me to drop the Night Spinner barrage and some plasma missiles from the Warwalkers. And that's it. So bottom of 3 is coming up. Oscar's going to roll to see if his reserves finally show up. Yeah. Bottom of turn 3, Oscar managed to get 2 more points because he grabbed secure objective 6. So he had the truck move at combat flank speed and then flat out. There's one right in that corner. So there's a point there. His Defcopters arrived from reserve. Rather than try to shoot at anything, they just tucked up behind the building and then turbo boosted over here to grab objective 3 for another point. Ghazghkull single-handedly wrecked the Warwalkers with 5 penetrating hits in combat. And Badruck didn't do much against the... or no, I'm sorry, Badruck ended up killing, what, 3 of them? Is that what we said? Badruck killed 3 of the Warp Spiders. And the captain held off the Exarch, but I got my hit and run off, so he jumped out and he's coming back. The Daka Jet destroyed and then immobilized one of the Warwalkers right there. So I'm not looking too good this turn. We're going to go into top of 4, see if I can draw some cards to get me some points back, but Oscar has 7 and I have 2. Top of turn 4, I drew a really terrible hand. I got secure objective 3, secure objective 1, and I had to remove a character this turn from the game somehow. So my Scorpions ran around the Wave Serpent to kind of come towards Ghazghkull on objective 1. Snipers actually took a wound off Ghazghkull, which is good. Wave Serpent failed to wound with a Bright Lance and did nothing with the Serpent Field. It's a lot harder to shoot with now that it can't be twin linked on with everything. I Night Spinnered him also. The Warwalker, actually, over here, long range shot on Badruck, just in range, and he lookout sirred it to the captain. I did manage to kill the captain, so I got my 1 victory point there, which gives me a grand total of 3 to Oscar's 7.
Yep.
Moving into bottom of 4, Oscar's going to draw a fresh hand and kick my butt some more.
Yeah,
Things keep going from great to better for Oscar. He drew secure objective 1 and grabbed the loot. So Gazgul and his boys grabbed 2 more victory points for him to give him a total of 9 so far. The Defcoptus shot at and then charged the Night Spinner. They shook it with the rockets and only did 1 hull point with their close combat attacks. I lost a Scorpion over here, and that's about it. Everything else was out of range or trying to hide. So now we're going to move into turn 5. I'm going to draw some cards and try to score some points. This should go to show you how quickly a Maelstrom of War mission can turn around. I had secure objective 3, I drew secure objective 4, I got no prisoners, overwhelming firepower, and secure objective 1 with 3 of my cards. So what I did was, I shot my snipers at Gazgul's unit. He failed his lookout sir on my rending hit and died, because he only had a single wound left. So Gazgul died, so that gave me overwhelming firepower. My Scorpions ran up, shot at, and then charged in on the remaining Mega Knobs. Didn't lose any to the Overwatch from the Flamers and the Shooters. The Exarch did 4 wounds all by himself, so he killed both of them, which also gave me objective 1. I just turbo boosted over there, turbo boosted over here, or excuse me, went flat out to grab those. So I grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points right there, plus 1 for slaying the Warlord, for a grand total of 7 points this turn? 6 points. 6 points this turn, which gives me 9 for the game. Pretty good move, if I do say so myself. So we are tied now at 9. Oscar's going to the bottom of turn 5. He's going to draw some fresh cards and see if he can't grab that last point. All right, so here I am just going to take a shot of Badruck because Oscar drew secure objective 5. Bottom of turn 5, he ran Badruck from his little hiding spot behind the wall here, grabbed objective 5. Over here, the Defcoptas and the Dakajet were going to take out the Night Spinner, and then that was going to give him no prisoners, and then he could have assault jumped onto objective 3 to get another point there. He had a good draw of cards in turn 5. Yeah, and if he had done it in combat, he could have gotten Stomp 'em Boys. But game's going to end right here. Bottom of turn 5, Oscar's going to win at least 10 points for Line Breaker and 11 points for that. So at least 11 to my 10, because I also have Line Breaker as well. Very good, hard-fought game. The new Eldar took us a long time to kind of get the hang of. It's a lot later than we planned on finishing this. So we are still going to get our game in with Adam coming up very soon. And thanks for watching this one. And again, stay tuned for part 2.
Bye.